Hello weirdos, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you're new, go ahead and do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I post a new video. I'm super stoked about this video, like I said. It's super personal. I feel like I say that every single time I make a video, but I wouldn't put anything out there if it wasn't personal to me or if I wasn't super interested in it. But yeah, if you guys want to know how to know if you're an empath or not, keep watching. So get your coffee, get your popcorn, get comfy, and get ready to get spooked. Let's go. So before I get into this video, I do want to let you guys know I do consider myself an empath. So everything that I'm telling you guys about in this video is from personal experience, not from like an article or anything like that. All these things are things that I have experienced personally, and these are ways that I have found that you can tell whether or not you're an empath. So to get into it, what is an empath? An empath is somebody who is super connected to the energy around them. So other people's energy, other people's emotions, the energy in a room, the energy outside, just basically anything. Anything that has to do with emotions, energy, anything like that, you're super connected to that. So much so that it's almost paranormal, or it is paranormal, that you have this connection to the world around you. So how do you know that you're an empath? The first thing I would say is that you definitely take on other people's emotions as your own. So like if you're out in public and you're talking to somebody you ran into from 5 years ago, you haven't seen them in 5 years, and you're talking to this person and they're telling you, you know, you're having that conversation, how are you? I'm well. How are you? I'm good. You know, that whole conversation, you can still feel whether or not this person is actually doing well. So if this person isn't really doing well and they're saying, yeah, I'm good, but they're not, you take on the emotion that they're actually feeling. So you'll be talking to them, and their energy is coming off to you in a negative way, and you're absorbing that energy, and that emotion becomes your emotion, and you're feeling that emotion that they're feeling. So one, you know that they're lying, and two, you know that they're not okay. So that's the first thing. If you ever feel like a certain way, like if you're having a good conversation with somebody and your emotions just shift in a way that you don't expect them to, because the conversation is saying one thing but you're feeling another thing, that's a good way to tell whether or not you're an empath. Anxiety. Anxiety is a big way to tell whether or not you're an empath. I have terrible social anxiety. I am a very outgoing and very friendly person, but get me in a crowd, get me in a party with a bunch of people, and I cannot handle myself. I cannot be there for more than 10 minutes usually. It's super stressful for me. Because so many people are giving off so many different energies. It can be malicious energy, or it can be a super happy and super friendly energy, or it can be a sad energy. You know, it just depends on what this person is really feeling. Why is this person at this party? Did somebody stand them up? You know, it just depends. People have so many different emotions, and if you're an empath, you soak all of those things in. And if you're out in public and you have random anxiety attacks, or if you get super depressed or you get super excited, you know, just random emotions, like almost like you're bipolar, that could be a way that you can tell whether or not you're an empath. So another way is the space, like the way a space makes you feel, the vibe of a space. So my house has to be a certain way. Like usually I'm pretty chill about how things are placed. Like if Jose wants to put the couches a certain way, or if he wants to move the decorations around or move something around, I'm totally okay with that. But if it doesn't feel right, it's not right. If there's something, or if there's just a negative energy in the space and I need to do a cleanse, like a sage cleanse, or if I need to light a white candle, I can feel that something just is off. If I don't necessarily feel like it's the way that everything is placed or anything like that, the way the energy is moving and through this space, it's probably just like the energy itself inside the space. So then I would go ahead and do a cleanse, which I can do a whole other video on that. But plants also, I need plants in my place. Like I have a bunch of plants all over the place, and they just help bring life and good energy into a place. So if you're like that, that could be another way to tell whether or not you're an empath. This is my favorite one. You can sniff out a lie from a mile away. If somebody is bullshitting you and you know, they're giving off that energy. Like if they're lying to you, there's a certain energy that they're gonna put off, and you won't know it, but you know that they're lying, and you probably don't know why you think that they're lying, but you just kind of know. And you ever been like somebody's telling you a story and it's super exaggerated and it's obviously fake, and you're just thinking like, yeah, wow. That's kind of how it is. Even if the lie isn't detectable by other people, that's kind of how you feel. And if you feel that way about somebody and you figure out that they're lying, you don't even have to figure out that they're lying. It can just be a feeling. That could be a way to tell if you're an empath. A big way to tell whether or not you're an empath is people will come to you for advice. People will come to you for comfort. People will just come to you and try to seek refuge with you. People feel comfortable talking to you. You feel like people always are coming up to you and asking you for advice, or just needing a person to talk to or a shoulder to cry on. That's a good way to tell whether or not you're an empath. And honestly, that one's more one of the rewarding parts, because you feel like you're helping somebody, even though you're not necessarily trying to help anybody and they're coming up to you. Just the feeling that you get whenever you give somebody advice, or if you just help somebody by just letting them talk to you, letting them vent, you know, that's a really rewarding feeling, just being able to do that. I personally don't know if this has anything to do with being an empath, but emotions, when it comes to happy things like babies or puppies or baby chickens, I guess that's chicks, bunny rabbits, just the little things like that, you cannot control your happiness. I don't know if it's just me, but every other empath that I've ever talked to in my life have told me the same thing. And my zodiac sign, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I'm a Cancer, and I feel like we're known for being super emotional anyway. So that might even have something to do with it. I don't study astrology so much, I don't look into it as much as other people do, but that could also have something to do with why I'm an empath. So if you're a Cancer, maybe look into whether or not you're an empath. You could totally be an empath. Or just an emotional bitch, you never know. But yeah, those are some of the main ways that you can tell whether or not you're an empath. And if you're not an empath, you know, there are ways that you can awaken these different spiritual abilities within yourself. Like, I feel like everybody is born with these abilities. You just have to awaken them, you have to practice them. And the more that you practice them, the better that you get with them, and the more, it's just like with any practice. At a job, you have to go through training, and then you keep getting better and better, and you keep getting promoted. And it's just with anything. My family, my mom's side comes from a long line of shamans, and you never stop building your practice. You never stop growing in your abilities. So as long as the shaman is alive, the shaman is learning new tricks and new trades and different things like that. So it's the same way with anything in life, especially with things like being an empath or being anything to do with the spiritual realm, anything to do with spiritual abilities. You just have to keep growing and keep learning and everything. So if you guys want to see a video on how to awaken your spiritual abilities, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Like this video, subscribe to this video. That lets me know that you guys are enjoying this content and want to see more. And if you guys have any suggestions for future videos, let me know. I'm always open to more suggestions and different things to know. And if you guys have any questions for me, leave a comment down below, private message me on Instagram, anything like that. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I'm gonna say it again because I cannot stress this enough. Please subscribe to my channel, like my video, turn on the bell notification, and have a wonderful weekend. I love you all. Stay spooky, and I'll see you next time. Bye.